Research shows children need 4 to 6 involved, caring adults in their lives to fully develop emotionally and socially. Research also shows that without a sense of helping those who come after us and working to create a legacy, adults lose meaning in their life. Trees don't know that they're helping each other, but we do. We can be very conscious of how we affect what comes after us. We can choose to help each other. We can choose the way we live and, in turn, the legacy we leave. People across the lifespan can contribute to each other's growth and development while enhancing their own lives. There's a really unique synergy between young and old that enables growth and provides the kind of purposeful existence that's so important to human development. In fact, young and old are a lot alike. Many Native American cultures have recognized this for a long time. In some Native languages, they use the same word for grandfather and grandson. Do you know who first introduced me to all of this? Who taught me about generativity, about legacy? Who showed me by her example how you can leave a loving legacy in this world, how you can make a difference? My grandmother, my Baba Eva Crouchuk. She's the one who inspired my book, Something to Remember Me By. And she's the one who taught me about generativity and legacy. She didn't use those words, of course. She didn't know the fancy social science terms for it all. She didn't know that there was research explaining it. But every single day she lived it. She talked about giving me, something to remember her by. She gave me keepsakes. She told me family stories. She gave me a hug and a smile whenever I needed them. She taught me by her example how to be kind, how to be inquisitive, how to contribute to the community. She lived to be 102 years old, and so she was a part of my life well into adulthood. In so many ways, I followed the pathways she established with her roots. It was my grandmother and my book inspired by her that also led to the Legacy Project. You see, my grandmother wasn't anyone famous. Well, let me correct that. That might not be completely true. When the book came out, she was the star of her nursing home. So many times, older people in our society, particularly those in nursing homes, lose a sense of identity and purpose. They don't feel like anyone important anymore as a person with social standing. When Something to Remember Me By came out, we had a huge launch for the book in my hometown, and my grandmother was able to come. She didn't understand everything that was going on, but she understood enough. Everyone came up to her and congratulated her. She was suddenly someone important. After the launch, people would come to her room in the nursing home and visit with her because, of course, she was the grandmother in the book. And it was fun for her, and it was fun for me to be able to see it. But in most ways, my grandmother was like you or me or most of us. Most of us won't be a Mother Teresa or an Albert Einstein or an Oprah Winfrey. People won't write about us in history books. We won't be rich or famous. But that doesn't lessen our need to create some meaning in our lives, to have what we've done and thought live on after us, to be remembered in some way. And it doesn't mean that our lives don't matter and that we can't make a difference. That's why I started the Legacy Project, for my grandmother and for you. The Legacy Project is about celebrating you and the legacy you create in this world. We all make a difference and a contribution, particularly in the lives of those who love us and who we love, our parents, grandparents, children, grandchildren. The legacy my grandmother left, particularly for me, is huge. It was her gift across generations, the love and attention she gave me as my grandmother, that inspired Something to Remember Me By.